Hello, welcome back to Discovering Shark Week, the final episode of 2021.
Oh man, I think we might have missed a Discovery Shark Week as well.
Probably.
I feel like that was last week.
Was it last week?
I don't know.
I thought it was the 11th to the... You're probably right, it probably is.
Let me Google it real quick. Google's my friend.
So while he's Googling, we've watched four terrible movies, and while we left it off yesterday on a cliffhanger saying that this is a special one, and this is the one you got for Christmas for me. Was it Christmas or my birthday? It was one of the two. I think it was Christmas because I think I was at the apartment at the time when you got it.
It was probably Christmas. It was probably when Blockbuster went out of business.
But it has two of my favorite. Well, I don't think you knew, but like one of my favorite actresses at one time was Carmen Electra, for obvious reasons that people can look back in the early 2000s. And then I think you just saw Brooke Hogan. You're like, oh, Aaron's a wrestling fan. And she's somewhat tied to... Cause I don't know if she was doing TNA at the time. TNA, a wrestling company.
It's not telling me.
Yeah, so the whole premise of this, and I don't...
It tells me when Real Shark Week is.
Which is in July, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I swear it was 11th, but, who knows.
Well, that's when Real Shark Week
But this is our Shark Week. We're discovering Shark Week. Even though...
Oh, Discovery starts Sunday, July 11th.
What?
That's what it says.
Fucking Alexa screwing me over
it
on
says
this.
Discovery Shark Week starts Sunday, July 11th.
Well, where the hell did this all... Well, this is... So, a little bit of a...
we can save these for next year and post them.
No, we'll post them. Otherwise, I don't know if we'll be around by next year.
We got plenty of Godzilla movies to watch.
Plenty of Oh, and whatever it tells, we'll leave you a little hint. Aaron decided that he wants to start watching a 22,000 episode
German bedtime stories.
Bedtime stories. So, we'll be around for a long, long time. But anyway, so get into it. So what I alluded to is it's two-headed shark attack. I bet you people started Googling as soon as Carmen Electra, Brooke Hogan.
Not to be confused with three-headed shark attack, or five-headed shark attack, or six-headed shark
which we're not going to do this year. But if this is a hit and we want to do it, maybe next year we'll do. But yeah, so this is like the first shark movie we've seen. This was before, I believe, Sharknado.
Well, let's see.
Because Sharknado's kind of... there was Shark Week, and then Sharknado's like, oh, we can do this better.
Well, it was 2012.
Yeah, so...
I don't know when Sharknado... I thought Sharknado was like 2011 or something.
No, I think that was like 2014.
I can look it up.
But anyway, so what we do... So, we both have seen this movie. And it's going to be more fun if Phil was going to be here, but he bailed on all of you.
2013.
So we watched it just before.
Nice.
But, yeah, so I don't remember... So we both seen it, and we both have no idea. We don't remember what the hell was going on. But
it was almost a decade ago.
Yeah, seriously. So, yeah, so I'll go ahead. I'm going to say a kill count, if I can remember. I'm going to say 7.
Let's see. I'm going to say 9.
9? All right. So, like I said, like we say in every episode, these mean absolutely nothing. This is just for fun, funsies. Let's see. So you said 9. Oh, I said 7 last time, so I'm gonna change it. Yeah. So.
And then Shark Death.
Shark Death.
I vaguely recall a chainsaw and it getting cut in half. I could be wrong.
Probably right. Let's see. Oh, I don't know if we did this last time.
What, Shark Death?
No, we did Shark Death. But did we read the back of the box last time?
Yeah, I read the back of the box.
Okay, yeah, because I screwed up on Wednesday.
No, because there were 3 things in the back of the box. And you're like, I ain't going to find out which one of these is real.
Oh, yeah, because that was that one. When a semester at... What the fuck? Yeah, you read
it. When a semester at a sea ship is sunk by a mutated two-headed shark, the survivors escape to a deserted atoll. But when it starts flooding, the co-eds are no longer safe from the double jaws of the monster. This summer,
This summer. So okay, so you said, I'm just gonna go for it. I always do it. There's gonna be a barrel of dynamite, something.
You didn't say that for the last one.
Well, yeah.
You didn't say the giant octopus fucking exploded on it.
No, but I did say that the octopus would.
Yeah, somehow strangle it.
But all right,
and then also die.
So we'll watch the movie. We'll be back in a few short seconds, and we'll have our recap and tip of the final tip of sharks.
Oh boy.
Well, we were way off on the death count.
There was like 20 something.
Yeah, I think 23, 25, somewhere in there.
Everybody but 2 people died.
So basically, what it was is I'm not gonna give this might be like probably the quickest one because it's really.
This is a really easy plot because there's a 2-headed shark, and another shark gets caught in the boat, and so there's this class. It's a semester at sea or some bullshit like that. And the teacher's like, well, let me just move this shark off the boat. It gets caught in the propeller. Yeah, because he didn't want to let go of it.
Which is funny because towards the end of the movie, when they're fixing the boat, they're not fixing the propeller. They're fixing the
hull.
So it's like, okay, but that's nor here nor there.
So the boat gets waterlogged essentially. Like they need to go fix it. But there's this nice island off in the distance. They're like, let's go check it out. Maybe
it's got scrap metal.
Yeah, maybe find some scrap metal on this deserted-looking island. So everybody's basically now on the island except for 4 people. And one of the ladies on the boat's like, well, I can weld underwater. I'll just go down there and I'll do the welding, and the other 2 ship guys can do the fixing on the boat. And she gets eaten by a shark.
Yeah. Probably, I would say we don't do, but that's something like maybe for next year if we do this, best death scene. Because I'd say that's probably my favorite. Is it even though it's all animated, it's like, But I say the second one was probably the black guy who got body slam tackled or whatever by the shark, which we'll get to that. Well, I don't know if we'll get to it.
Maybe. Anyway, so...
Did I explain what the death scene was? I don't think I did.
No, you didn't.
So basically, they actually use the heads effectively. She gets... the one head grabs her legs, and the other head grabs her torso, and then they just rip her in half. But
so, this island is actually an atoll that's sinking because... reasons.
The coral is breaking.
Sure, why not?
Or, in other words, the shark keeps slamming its body against the island.
And so, there's a few times where they send people back and forth to the boat for reasons. It's really dumb. I can't think of anything else that happens aside from... Two of the kids are like, yo, do you see that floating out there? They're like, what's that?
Yeah.
So they go out to it and it's a hand. It's
the one thing with this movie is that the depth of is it depth of perspective? Is depth? I always say depth, but like depth of perspective is off. Like they keep going like, oh, what's that? Like so there's a scene.
They're not very consistent on where things are relative to other things.
Because like there's a scene where the 2 are right. For some reason, they get these 2 boats. The movie makes no sense, but they get these 2 boats, these lifeboats. They're racing each other for some fucking reason, stranded on this island, and you're like, well, let's just waste our gas racing. And so the kids on the boat, or the kids on the island, are looking at the kids racing the boat, and they're like, oh my god. But when you see the perspective of the people on the boat, and they're looking back at the island, it's like it was almost a good mile. But then when the shark attacks and people are like, oh my god, from the people on the island's perspective,
they shouldn't be seeing anything.
They're literally like 10 feet away from where the shark's being attacked. So I'm like, how? I'm like, what? This happens a lot throughout the movie, which is annoying.
But yeah, no. So every once in a while they go back and forth, and it's dumb. None of it means anything. The island sinks, and the shark just polishes them all off except for 3.
Yeah, there was like there was like 6 people left. They get trapped in this sinking church for some reason. That they were setting up because I don't think they could have got in the door. I think they went over to the door a couple times before the island sank, and then like they went to go, you know.
Did they? I thought only the teacher man saw it, and then he's like, "Huh, that's weird." Okay, everybody go.
That's essentially like they're setting up like this is going to be something, and then like they get all trapped in the final 6 who are alive because the teacher and Carmen Electra, they
get separated.
The teacher's the other guy who's on the box art or on the box cover.
I don't have the box anymore.
Let's see. I think it's Charlie O'Connell. So they get separated and they die to this wave of
A big old tidal wave with a shark in it.
Yeah, and they get eaten. Like the shark, okay. The shark, I get that it's a movie, but it's like the shark's just eating people left and right towards the end, and it's like how much space do you have in your stomach?
He's a hollow shark. When he opens his mouth,
it's also a funny scene when they had the shark going across the scene. It has like an arm. One of the heads has a leg sticking out. The other one has like an arm sticking out. It's like, oh my god. But so no, the island sinks. They blow up one head with a gas tank that they find earlier in the movie.
Yeah, that
so
shouldn't have worked.
I'm saying a 0.5.
It shouldn't have worked at all because it was. So they try to light a fuse with it, which is this waterlogged shirt.
Yeah, it's a bunch of nonsense.
And yeah, I think the shark just bites it and pressure makes it explode. It loses one of its heads.
You know, it's funny. Yeah, it loses one of its heads, and then so they also set up this thing where it's like, hey, you know, the boat, these tinier boats, they go off electric currents.
Yeah,
and that's why the shark chases it. It annoys the
shark, so they take their last boat and set it on autopilot, and then the shark bites it, and then the rest of the shark explodes. And it was dumb as hell.
Yeah. So and
then the world's fakest helicopter comes to pick them up.
Yeah. So the first 5 people who died were not part of the movie. They were just people on a boat.
They were the fodder.
Yeah, they're like the setup of the shark. So the rest of the people all, you know, we'll just say 20. We'll just make it easy. All 20 of them were all killed, and only 2 were left. So I mean, it has the most death count of all the.
That is, if you don't count all the non-speaking, talking people or named people in Mega Shark vs. Giant Octopus on the plane. Right.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I think we only count 2 of the people on that.
I think we only counted 2. It was the stewardess, and the guy was like, "Oh shit!"
Now there was also something. So that's the center of the movie. There's also something about the asylum that this movie's produced.
Yeah,
and you're like, huh? I've seen that name before, and then we're watching.
Like, that sounds vaguely familiar.
And we're watching the opening, not the opening, but like all the movies combined that they've done, and I'm like, wow, there's a scene that popped by, and I was like, wow, that looks like, and I couldn't think of it, and then it goes a couple more scenes, and then oh shit. The plane scene of that one of Megalodontus. I was like, oh, well,
Megalodontus.
I don't know. That's
Megalodontus.
That's where you see
Mega Shark vs. Giant Octopus.
Yeah,
otherwise known as Megalodontus.
Is that what it is?
What?
Megalodontus?
No, that's what you call it.
Is that an actual monster? Is that like Godzilla?
It's a megalodon.
Oh, well, I thought I was being smart. But so, anyways, that's the movie. So what we do is we grade. A being buy it on DVD, B being Netflix, C being TV, D being don't watch, and F being stay away as much as possible. What would you give this?
Probably a C.
I'd probably give it a C too, just because it's
it's not one of those movies that requires you to pay attention. It's just
it's kind of funny.
This really bad CGI shark.
It's kind of funny because so we've seen this one movie before 10 years ago. And I'm like, I don't remember shit of anything.
I mean, I remember them cutting it in half. So, I mean, maybe that's just what I wanted to happen. I don't know.
I mean, you know where you get that? That's from the Sharknado. I believe it's either 1 or 2.
I've never seen the Sharknados.
You might have seen it like you probably when you're walking out of your room. It was probably on TV, and you probably saw because there is a scene with the chainsaw where the shark's flying at the guy. he just kind of holds up a chainsaw and cuts it in half. And
Oh.
I don't know if it's a commercial break or
That
something.
sounds really dumb.
But yeah. So and also there's a scene of of course they have to have the tits popping out. There's a scene of three people skinny dipping. Now what I find funny about skinny dipping is if you know me, skinny dipping means you go completely naked in the water. At least the guy is such an asshole because he's like, oh, you gonna go skinny dipping? So the two girls take their tops off. Does the guy take his pants off? No.
He at least takes his shirt off too.
Was he wearing a shirt? Oh, he might have been. But yeah, I'm just like, dude, you gotta give a little bit. And, so it was the worst, the weirdest threesome. But so anyway, so at the end of the episodes, I like to give a shark tip, so maybe you'll survive. Even though these tips were not for you to survive, but towards the third episode, I was like, these might be like. I started thinking, I'm like, some of these tips might be a good idea, like for further movies to be like, oh well, since we know the shark's bulletproof, the shark can't turn around.
Don't be in the water.
Don't be in the water. Don't be in a bait. Don't be swimming in bait. All right, so let me see this. I have it up right here. I remember the first 2 times and then the second 2 times. All right, so somebody asked, what color should you not wear in the ocean? So, since sharks see contrast colors, anything that is very bright against lighter or darker skin can look like a bait fish to a shark. For this reason, he suggests swimmers avoid, I don't know who he is, but he suggests swimmers avoid wearing yellow, white, or even bathing suits with contrasting colors like black and white.
Huh. Yeah, just paint yourself blue.
Now there was a black lady in this episode wearing a bright pink, so I mean she might have survived if she wore black.
No, she would have died because everybody died.
Yeah, she was my favorite character, for reasons I can't get into.
Reasons you can't see right now.
He's making a hand motion, but All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time. Don't get bitten by a shark.
Yay.